Hello, 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 my sages. It is I, Indigo Sage, an awakened soul, popping in real quick in the beginning just to remind you you can find Unapologetically Sage on Instagram as well as Facebook. And you can find a lot of spiritual awakening conversations, inspiration, and encouragement at unapologeticallysage.com. Welcome to your Act Now message from your guardian angels. Your Act Now message features two choices that are causing a dilemma in your life. Your guardian angels are providing the insights in this reading to help you make a choice so that you may act now on your decision. Your Act Now topics will change according to what your guardian angels deem are your highest messages. Allow me to tell you a little bit of information about the designated decks for all Act Now messages. They are As Above and So Below by Barbara Moore. The As Above deck focuses on the nature of universal energies present in the world as it relates to your choices. The So Below deck will be used as clarifiers for the As Above deck. The So Below deck will show you how the universal energies play out in our everyday life as well as how we experience the elements. There are 5 cards providing insight. They represent the past, present, the best of the situation, the worst of the situation, and what's to come as it relates to the situation. With that being said, let's sage this out. Act now, choice 1. This is the Mercury retrograde edition. All right, so let's just pretend like I had that echo effect. So yes, this is the Mercury retrograde edition. What that means is normally I clarify the As Above deck with the So Below deck with the same corresponding card when it is the Mercury retrograde for us. Things are kind of wacky. Okay, electronics are all wacky. We've been told we shouldn't make any traveling plans, shouldn't make any decisions, and exes come up from out of nowhere. There's also trouble with communication. So there's all kind of wacky things going on. So you know what? During the Mercury retrograde time, I don't do the corresponding card. I shuffle them and let them come out as they may because Mercury retrograde is an unpredictable period of time for us. All right. So the best I can do is give you insights on how they come out, and I let them come out how they come out, still using the same decks. So this is Act Now Choice 1, Mercury Retrograde Edition. The struggle is real. Okay, wait this one out. So first up, we have past. In the past position, we have reverse 3 of fire. You were supposed to take what you learned from the past and apply it to the future, but you did not do that. That is why it's in reverse. The past clarifier is the upright Queen of Wands, which represents someone who seeks positive self-development. But see, I have a question about that. While ignoring past lessons, how is it that you're seeking positive self-development, but you're ignoring the lessons of the past? That already feels like a conflict. And so what you're doing with your lessons of the past, what it seems like to me, what I'm getting is your past wasn't that great as it relates to this decision. So what you've decided to do was try to make it better and be positive and develop, put you have things in place. I don't know if maybe you went back to school or you got some kind of additional learning or something like that. It's like, oh, I'm going to do better next time, which is commendable. That's great. However, you can't forget about the past experience and the past mistakes because they help you develop yourself going forward. So it's like you have a plan to be better and do better, but you're trying not to acknowledge your past mistakes, and that's not how it works. It doesn't work out well when you ignore past mistakes because you're bound to repeat them. History repeats itself. You got to learn from your mistakes in order to not repeat them. So hopefully you're following me. Follow me on to the present. Present, we have the reverse world card. You feel incomplete or not whole. You no longer feel connected to people or the world as a whole, which is why it's in the reverse. Here's how it's coming out here on Earth with us in the elements. Your clarifier is reverse, Ace of Chalice. You're experiencing sadness, pain, or repressed emotions. Those emotions has caused you to seclude yourself. Okay. And this could be because in the past you had a plan to develop yourself and you are seeing that maybe it's not working out the way that you wanted it to. And that is tied to you trying to ignore those mistakes. You can be bigger and better. And there's nothing wrong with having plans of developing yourself, but you can't forget about what brought you here and how you got here. And so now you're experiencing sadness presently and not feeling so connected to the world around you, which honestly, we all feel like that kind of during Mercury retrograde. So let's check out what is your possible best of regarding this decision. The best possible is the Sun card. And this deck is called Litha, which represents midsummer, which in Rider Waite, that would be the sun. And it's full of life, joy, and enthusiasm. Things will go well for you, as this card also represents success and enthusiasm. Again, we have it. Enthusiasm is here twice, okay? This is the best of from the as above. So this is what is planned for you already in your future as above. This is the best of the decision. All right. Let's see how it's playing out here in the elements. The best of clarifier is the reverse Ace of Swords. You will realize that your decisiveness has faltered when you needed it most. You didn't use your past experience as a teachable moment. Your solution may not have the outcome you desire because you are missing important details. The best is that you have time to fix this. Okay, this is why I call it insights. These are insights that gives you more opportunities, more choices, more, it's enhanced, it dives in a little deeper than what's just on the surface. So your decisiveness has faltered when you needed it the most. So I'm kind of thinking that you were probably overconfident in some way because that sun card, means that something great happened and you got real excited about it. And then you began to make decisions according to that. And you may have overdone it. And actually I'm saying it as if it was in the past, but this is your possible best of, which means that it hasn't happened yet, but this is foresight and insight. So let's see what the possible worst of is. The possible worst of in this decision is Two of Earth, a card of balance and prioritizing. Sometimes you have to let the less important tasks and desires of others fall away so that you can focus on the things that are most important in your life. That sounds good to me. So if that's the worst, I don't see what's so bad about that. The only thing that would be bad about that is if you have a problem, if you're a people pleaser. That's what they told me, people pleaser. If you're a people pleaser, then yeah, that would be the worst for you to sit up here and let the desires of others fall away while you put yourself first. So there you have it. But let's see how it plays out here in the elements. The worst clarifier is reverse King of Pentacles. Some of those highlights are not seeing things through to the end, failure or lack of success, being impractical, taking ill-advised risks, hasty decisions, and poor judgment. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like something is rushed, and or you're taking on more than what you should take on. So, and yeah, hasty decisions and poor judgment, that would definitely be the worst of this decision. So why don't you just slow down and calm yourself down? Okay? How about that? Just, even if you don't want to put yourself first, you can at least slow down. All right? And don't get in over your head committing to too many projects or too many people. Okay? The only thing that you need to put first besides yourself is like your children. Okay? So, and yeah, I said it. Indigo Sage said it. Everybody else can wait. So let's move on to the last spot, which is what's to come of the decision. And this is a little tricky because with the best of and the worst of, it can go either way. Okay, they're just giving you like a scale of what it might look like. What's to come is a little bit different. What's to come means this is what's to come, and it's like either you can do this the easy way or the hard way. So what's to come is Nine of Fire, a need to be cautious and defensive for struggles yet to come. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I've seen worse. So this is just saying, basically, I believe what I just said, which was slow it down some, okay? And just be cautious. And you may have to be defensive for the struggles that you can't see yet. All right? Don't just run head first into anything, especially during Mercury retrograde. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Just be a little cautious. So let's see the clarifier. Clarifier for what's to come is reverse Two of Pentacles. You have a lot that you are trying to juggle, so you're unable to give anything its proper attention. You may need a break really soon. That echoes this message completely. All right. Haven't I been saying slow it down, take the time, be cautious? That's, and that's what's to come. You have a lot that you're trying to juggle. So you're unable to give anything its proper attention. You may need a break. And I don't know why it says you may need a break. You're gonna need a break. You need to take a break. You need to slow it down. Okay. You're moving too fast. And it's weird how your energy is being reflected, because it seems like there's energy there, there's a go, 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 and I'm talking about from the past, and then you ignore the mistakes you made, and then you kind of in the present get kind of caught up, and you slow down because it sounds like you're like discouraged a little bit in the present moment, but then something happens and you are enthused about it, and so then you're going again, and then from there you're just going, 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 and when you're full speed ahead in this type of energy, you're bound to make mistakes. So your major takeaway from this should be to slow down and be cautious. Okay, so let's continue. Here we are at the angel number message tile. I have created a bunch of angel numbers and placed them on tiles, and I sift through them and choose them the same way that I do the tarot cards for your message. And I do it with every message that I put out there, okay? And this one is 0. Angel number message child 0 came up for you, all right? And so this one is a little bit different. Now, what I always do is give you the bullet points and encourage you to go Google your angel message number, because the definitions of them, the messages of them, not definitions, they're messages from your guardian angels. They are usually very, very long and extensive and detailed. And so I always encourage you guys to go look it up yourself, because I'm just giving you the highlights of it, the bullet points. This one was a little bit different, because 0 is very simple. But I can tell you this, one thing that 0 represents is infinity, okay? That's the energy that it's coming to you with. But zero, the zero number magnifies the spiritual messages that are already present for you. Okay? They're just magnifiers, is what zero is. And zero reminds me of the clear crystal quartz, as it too magnifies intentions that are already present. And it also reminds me of the white candle and how white candle prayers work. They are magnificent prayer candles for any prayer you may have. The white candle is universal. So I'm giving you those examples of the clear crystal quartz and the white candle and zero, because these are things that work with the energy that's there and it just magnifies it. They can be anywhere and do anything. They go with everything, okay? You know, some people, when they get dressed, they say, oh, black goes with everything. You can always, wear black. Black goes with everything. Which, as I got older, I found out that is not true, okay? You can't just put a black pair of shoes on with any outfit you're wearing. That's not true. But it's the same kind of concept, is what I'm saying. The zero, it just magnifies what's already there, and it usually, whenever I've seen zero, it's in numbers already. Like there's numbers there, and it's usually like 3 numbers or 4 numbers, and I find zero like in the middle of the number. But even that says something, the position that it takes, whether it's first, second, or third position in your angel message. So that's something that you can go ahead and look up, is the position of the numbers and zero. And zero, no matter what position it's in, it's a magnifier of the numbers that surrounds it. Okay, which is just, it's beautiful. Um Now, let me summarize your message for you, okay, before I go. And let me tell you that Mercury retrograde in 2021 will end February 21st. But just know that there's some residual energy as well from it. It doesn't just like cut off like a light switch. I wish it did, it doesn't. So your past, you didn't apply your past experience as lessons learned, and you should have. Your present, you don't feel genuine connections right now. I want you to realize that may be due to Mercury retrograde. Let it pass, then reassess your friendships. It's important not to make any major decisions right now, especially about friendships during this Mercury retrograde, because communication suffers like a lot, majorly. The best things go well until you overdo it. So try not to overdo it. Don't be overconfident, especially during Mercury retrograde. The worst, it won't kill you to put yourself first. It will be disastrous if you overcommit. What's to come? Take a break. Take a break whenever you feel the need. You are owed one. The zero number angel message tile. Just know it's a magnifier. It magnifies its surrounding numbers' intentions. So each number has their own vibration, which translates to intentions, which translates to your angel's message. And so when that zero is around it in any position, it magnifies it, okay? So it's kind of like to the 10th power, if you want to look at it mathematically. But the major thing that I want you to take away from this message is think twice before you make decisions, and try not to make any major decisions. Be careful with communication, okay? And just take it slow during Mercury retrograde. You can pick it up. You can pick up the pace. I would say March 1st, or towards the end of it usually lasts a week after it's ended, so it's supposed to end on the 21st of February, which means that 7 days after that is the 28th. So you can get back to your crazy schedule March 1st. All right? So let me say this. Hello, Sagies, or shall I say goodbye, Sagies, until next time. Please remember to click like and subscribe. All right. And visit my website at unapologeticallysage.com for more enlightenment. Okay. You be blessed and please be safe.